Ethan Guevara starting from pole position. We're underway here then in Valencia in Moto3. Guevara got away really strongly on that gas machine. Sergio Garcia also, there's contact there between Moreira and Sasaki as they sweep down the long sweep into this first corner, but Guevara will lead.
Dennis Foggia still where he started back in 7th on the grid. He's not made early progress. A couple of riders going wide. The wildcard Farioli running out wide. Sasaki's trying to get the inside of Diogo Moreira, but it's advantage Garcia in the race for runner-up because Sasaki and Foggia are deep at the end of the top 6.
There are the long lap penalties then, instructions to Mattia, to Toba and to Moreira. Tola here trying to pick up some slipstream behind Sergio Garcia. A 2-bike slipstream potentially here for Diogo Moreira, but they stay as you were. Garcia super strong on the brakes going into that fast turn 1. Munoz now hunting down Sasaki directly ahead of him. There's going to be a move coming very, very quickly, isn't there, from Munoz? He's not going to sit behind Sasaki for too long as here he comes. Although we thought he was going for it into turn 9. Sasaki just about holds on to that top 6 as it stands right now.
Yeah, Munoz has very rarely seen a gap that he hasn't gone for, but Sasaki was able to break late enough there to force him through, but Munoz can see this group getting away. Moreira in then for his long lap penalty. It's quite a long lap here around the outside of turn 11. Moreira's going to feed in just alongside, in fact just ahead of the 2 Leopard Honda, so it's only cost Moreira 2 or 3 places.
This is this huge battle then. Sasaki, Munoz, Moreira there. There's Foggia. Artigas coming through. He's a bit of a Valencia circuit specialist, our most recent winner here, as Foggia starts to climb forward towards that 5th place. He picks up Moreira into turn number 11.
And he immediately taps his back to say to Moreira, follow me. In other words, try not to overtake me back, please, because I've got bigger fish to fry in this Grand Prix. Up ahead of him then is Munoz. We've seen Munoz and Foggia renew hostilities on a few occasions this season, particularly back at Assen. Artigas now through on Moreira, who's going backwards a little bit. Artigas, of course, knows his way to victory around here. Winner here last year, podium on his debut in 2019 as well. Artigas very much a specialist around this Valencia circuit, but what we can say for Moreira, despite losing those 2 places on that lap, he is still very much in position to take the Rookie of the Year, with both Holgado behind him and Munoz not scoring enough points ahead of him up in 6th to overturn that deficit.
As we suspected then, Garcia does now fall 2 seconds behind the Turk in 2nd place. He's had some superstar support here this weekend, as Dennis Onju, his 5-time World Supersport title winning manager Kenan Softwoglu has been on site. Now Onju had a good look down there to his right. I don't know if he's got some kind of an issue there, but it was a clear look down towards his right boot. And of course, current World Superbike champion Toprak Vazgatlioglu. What's going on here?
With something out there.
Was it a tear off maybe, or something that's got tangled in
well, either way, it was certainly a distraction for Dennis Onchu. He clearly wanted to get rid of that. Fortunately, it wasn't something within his leathers that he was throwing out, otherwise he'll get an immediate black flag.
Yeah, coming out of turn 5, just as he was about to tip into turn 6 is where he first had that look down. I thought there was maybe something going on with his right boot, but obviously there was something there that was distracting. I don't know whether it was a tear-off that maybe just got trapped under the fairing or something. We'll try and catch a replay of that one, but clearly it just momentarily disrupted the momentum of Onju in 2nd place. This was the moment, and there's Onju looking down to his right hand side as he came out of 5 into turn 6 goes, and on the exit of turn 6, what was that he just pulled out there from that was trapped under the frame? There's his manager then, Supersport legend Kenan Softwoglu. As we mentioned as well, he's been supported there this weekend as well by current World Superbike champion Toprak Vazgatlioglu. Over the line he comes. Lap 13 is done and dusted. Nothing between Guevara and Onju in terms of lap times. They both exchanged 1:39.6s. The slightly quicker man on that lap 13 was the man in 3rd place, Sergio Garcia. He did a 1:39.504. It's his pace as the bike coming to him now. He's just got used to the grip levels, because Garcia actually is at the moment the quickest man on circuit.
Artigas is continuing to try and make progress through this chasing group. He briefly got past Munoz there into turn 1, but ran slightly wide, allowed Munoz to cut back underneath him and regain 6th position as we now watch this battle still being led by Sasaki, but this group goes all the way back to 13th position. You can just see in the back of the picture there Adrian Fernandez running in 13th position at the back of this group, so plenty of points up for grabs here in this battle for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, which is where we find Dennis Foggia, who will now just be riding around and watching his pit board and hoping for some good news up ahead of him that Garcia drops out of the Grand Prix. No sign of that at the moment. Garcia is currently looking to go forward. Still 10 laps to go in this race. Plenty of time for Garcia to close back in on this leading duo if he can continue the pace he showed last time around.
Look at that advantage that Guevara is able to eke out in these first couple of sectors here, but it'll all get gobbled up by Onju's brilliance in Sector 4. Oh, that's Artigas Xavi Artigas then has gone down. Well, he was on course for probably one of his season best results, wasn't he? But he's out of that big battle, that big second group. So Artigas was in 7th place over the line, but that's his podium hopes gone.
And Ortola's descent down the order is now beginning. He's been overtaken by both Sasaki and Munoz on this lap. There's the crash for Xavi Artigas, a carbon copy of the 3 we've already seen in this Grand Prix for Ogden, Furasato and Riccardo Rossi. Once again, look into turn 13. Look how Öncü closes up on the brakes into 14. But crucially, as you say, Guevara is doing enough in the first half of the lap that Öncü is only able to close back onto the rear wheel of Guevara in the second half of the lap, not get alongside him.
900ths of a second, the gap between these two over the line. That's the closest that Öncü has been. Still not, though, within striking distance to fire that Tech 3 KTM on the inside of Guevara on the brakes into turn number 1. Sasaki still leads this big group. Ortola has been picked off. Ortola trying to slug it out on the outside with David Munoz through the first corner. He's going to lose that battle. Foggia now will be trying to find a way through on the fast-fading number 48.
Down the start-finish straight, Öncü once again unable to get any closer as Foggia now trying to make a double move. First he goes past Munoz, and then at the inside of Sasaki. He's leaving it a bit too late, Foggia, but he does now move up into 4th position. Yeah,
the rocket starting to fire, isn't he, here? But it's not going to be good enough for the podium. He is up, though, into 4th place. There is your live championship. That will secure him a top 3 in the World Championship. Yuma Sasaki will know that because Adrian Fernandez, whoa, that's brave, isn't it? Almost finding a way through on Ortola, who has regrouped. It was almost like Ortola needed a reference ahead of him, didn't he? Just to get himself back into his rhythm, find his momentum again. He is now up the inside of Sasaki. Definitely a second win coming here for the Spanish teenager. On the inside of Sasaki into 6th, although he was a little bit wide, and Sasaki strikes immediately back.
Yeah, Sasaki in danger of slipping backwards here in the final 3 laps of the Grand Prix. He spent so much of this race on the front of this group. You do wonder whether Sasaki's running into some late tyre problems, because he had at one point there lost 3 places in the first half of this lap. He regained one of them back on Ortola. Further back, the 2 empty helmets. MSI teammates were battling with each other there. They're also getting busy with Adrian Fernandez. It's Moreira leading Yamanaka, and he is still on target at the moment for Rookie of the Year as we head into the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix.
2 laps to go then here in this Valencia Grand Prix. It's been a game of cat and mouse, a game of chess between Guevara and Öncü. Öncü again looks to his left at the big screen. Well, I'm not quite sure what he was doing there. Shaking his head, lifting his left hand off the handlebar. A penny for the thoughts of Deniz Öncü right now. You can see there his best World Championship finish has been 2nd place. What was going on there for the Turkish teenager down the start-finish straight as we kicked off lap 22 here? Guevara then still leads.
He spent more time looking to his left and his right than he has looking forward in the last couple of laps. He surely won't see anything on the big screen that he doesn't know already. He's only got Ethan Guevara to worry about. He'll see down the start-finish straight. He has a look down to his left, to the big screen. A huge look left, and then he sort of waves his hand. I wonder whether we were putting the graphic on screen. They're saying it was his best finish of 2nd. I don't know whether he's waving at that. Just keep your mind on the job, Dennis.
Time running out here for Deniz Öncü. Ethan Guevara trying to preserve his 100% winning record in Spain so far this year. Here comes Öncü on the inside and into turn number 8. Is he going to run in hot? He certainly is. Oh. Guevara, they go side by side. How close is this in a thrilling end to the Moto3 World Championship in 2022? It's Deniz Öncü that has the advantage. There's no way back through right now for Guevara into 11.
Yeah, and we're coming into the part of the racetrack where Öncü is so strong into 12 and 13. So I think Guevara's best chance here is just to follow Öncü through 13, try and outbreak him into 14, or even slipstream him to the finish line.
Is there going to be a block pass coming here from Guevara? He's going all in. He wants to end his Moto3 career in style. Look at the tight defensive line that Öncü runs. It's going to be about the slipstream. Can Guevara get the Bennett drive out of the final corner? It's a run to the finish line here, and Guevara has got it. Deniz Öncü, we thought there was going to be Turkish delight, but it's a world champion's ride by the world champion. What a farewell to the Moto3 World Championship for Ethan Guevara. Deniz Öncü led coming out of the final corner, but running in a little bit hot on that tight defensive line allowed Guevara to pick up the better exit speed, and by just over 600ths of a second, Ethan Guevara take about the world champion. He does make it 4 wins out of 4 in Spain in 2022. What a farewell to Moto3 for him. That is why he is the 2022 Moto3 World Champion.